Mahadev. So, today we will discuss what is good Jupiter and what is bad Jupiter. How do you determine if you have a good Jupiter working on your behalf, or if you have a difficult Jupiter in your chart which is making things difficult for you? Alright, so today I am in my hometown in West Bengal. For few days I will be here, so you will be seeing few of the videos from here, from this location. I hope you like these flowers and everything. Okay, so let's dive into the video. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, check out the channel, and if you want to consult, please read the description of the video. So, what is a good Jupiter? Well, Jupiter is the Jeeva, it is a Jeeva Atma. Okay, according to 14th century teacher of dualistic Vedanta Madhavacharya, who tells that Jeeva Atma is nothing but an individual soul which is separate from the Paramatma or the God or the supreme soul, yet it is dependent on the Paramatma or God. So, and it carries, the most importantly, it has its own consciousness. So, Jupiter represents that consciousness which is that Jivatma. Jupiter is very big, huge, so is its impact on our lives, because it is the inspiration we carry, it is the meaning we attach to all the things, and it is the one which gives us the ultimate wisdom, knowledge of everything, and it widens our horizon. So, this all of us, we are composed of these three nature: human nature, divine nature and animalistic nature. So, it is what makes us human and divine, that is represented by Jupiter. Jupiter helps us make who we are, helps us be who we are, and so that we can become divine, we can understand the divinity which exists within us and widen our experiences here on this earth. Okay. So, you see, whatever the qualities, whatever the good benefic, benevolent qualities which makes us a good human being, we are compassionate, human beings are compassionate, we have a loving nature, naturally we are community minded, we are not hateful, that hate is being taught by others, right. So, we are loving, we are compassionate, we are community minded, though all those things are coming from directly from Jupiter. We are grateful, benevolent, merciful human beings, right. And by exercising these qualities we become divine, we understand the divinity which lies within us. So, a person with a good Jupiter will naturally be a nice human being, he will be having all these good qualities intact within him, which makes him or her a being with a good Jupiter. Okay. Now, who has a difficult Jupiter? What do I mean by that difficult Jupiter? Meaning in the person's life where Jupiter is not working properly as it should be. It may be debilitated, it may be maladjunct, it may be sitting in a difficult place with difficult planets, or in divisional houses in some bad Navamsha Padha. Okay. So, in that way Jupiter can become bad, but I do not know where Jupiter is. So, here to make it very clear for you, I am talking about a bad Jupiter, if Jupiter is not working nicely. What will happen? This person will have difficulty practicing or expressing spontaneously these qualities which Jupiter naturally gives. What are those? Inspiration, wider, bigger understanding, a wider perspective, okay, broad-minded individual, broad-mindedness will not be there in that person, okay. Benevolence will not come naturally, If that person who has a bad Jupiter tries to do charity, he will ask bunch of questions in his head. Why should I do charity? What am I going to gain from this? Oh well, everybody does charity, so I should also do. Okay, I will do that, I will film it, put it on YouTube and Instagram, and then I must get praises for that. Okay, so that is a sign of a bad Jupiter. If they want to forgive someone, if they want to be merciful, they will question themselves, why should I forgive? What is the benefit of me forgiving the another person? They will not understand that the forgiveness he or she needs to practice for his or her own good, because that is how you should be. You forgive for yourself, not for the other person's sake. Okay, you stay non-resentful, you don't carry spite within your heart, so that you feel light-hearted. Not that that is something which weak people do, which is forgive, or don't carry resentment or spite in their heart. So that is how, this is how their vision or understanding will get narrowed down to a point. They will not have a broader perspective, wider understanding, broader understanding. Okay. Why is that? Let us give an example. For example, let us see Jupiter is in the 10th house, or let us say Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn. What happens? Jupiter is not supposed to be there in that house, in the 10th house. It is not supposed to be there in the sign of Capricorn. It is supposed to be there in other houses, okay, in the Cancer or in his own sign, Jupiterian sign. So there what is happening? Capricorn is a sign where Mars becomes exalted. Mars, which is a planet of action, that becomes exalted. The planet of practicality, Saturn and also Mars are comfortable in the 10th house and also in the sign of Capricorn. Because there you have to be practical, there you would ask questions. If I do this work, how much money would I get from it? If I do this deal, what are the benefits? But not with Jupiter. If the yellow snake which lives here in this garden, which my mother saw 2 days back, which is non-venomous snake, comes suddenly, I will jump to this side. So that is my Mars. Mars is required during that moment, but Jupiter is not required at that moment. Okay, Jupiter is required when you try to understand the bigger picture in your life, when you understand the meaning of your life. Why am I living? What is the meaning of relationships? What do I gain by being with friends? What do I experience by being with family? Why should I expand my family? Right? Why should I learn the higher knowledge, which is 9th house? As I have said in my earlier videos, which you must watch, this I will tag it here. So that first house, the Lagna, the intellect, the manifestation of the Lagna, which is actually intellect, is getting expressed from the 5th house, and from 5th is the 9th, which is the expression or manifestation of that intellect which becomes higher intellect. So 9th house, which is Sagittarius, is higher intellect, higher knowledge and higher divine philosophical understanding, which is Jupiter. So as a human being progresses ahead in their life, they are supposed to be developing those things: higher intellect, higher divine knowledge, higher understanding, wider, broader philosophical understanding, so that they can exercise those human qualities, divine qualities, and reach the ultimate door of the divine, which also Saturn does. Saturn pushes us, takes us to that divine door, to the Jupiterian gate. So this is how we should see. Okay. So here you have to understand, for everything you cannot come to a conclusion. Can you come to the conclusion, if I look right now after the sun down, if I look up ahead, can I come to a conclusion of anything, whatever I see? I can't. It's infinite, right? So is our experience, so is our human experience in this earth, in this short span of time, right? So whenever you try to jump to a conclusion with Jupiterian things, with Jupiter, and always reaching a conclusion, becoming very reactive, then it is a sign of a bad Jupiter. So these are all the things I wanted to explain without making the video long. Let's conclude it here. I hope you have a better Jupiter, because you have opened this video and watched till this point. Wherever it is, however it is, Jupiter always is the most beneficial planet, and it always does the good for you. Okay, so be open minded, experience your life with all the humanistic qualities, spontaneity, express yourself spontaneously, and everything will be fine. Okay, I wish you all the best. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Har Har Mahadev.